G'day guys, Jason here and welcome along to the Friday update, the tips and strategies we always send out on Fridays to keep everyone a bit motivated, a bit fired up to do some property investing. Listen, something I want to touch on this week is something that's really important for us all to understand and appreciate and to take on board as property investors, is how the marketplace, especially the media in the marketplace, can influence our behaviour sometimes in the wrong way. And what I mean by that, sometimes we listen to the media hype, something that's said on 60 Minutes or something written in the newspaper or somebody writing something online on the internet, and we think that that might be something we need to take notice of as a property investor. It's a big warning from us here at Positive Real Estate and from me personally to make sure you take all of those sorts of comments with a grain of salt. And this week particularly, I'm going to show you a little example right now in about a couple of seconds of a client who ignored all of those warnings. So there's plenty of negative sentiment out in the marketplace, unfortunately, at this moment in time. And us as investors, we need to ignore that. We need to pay attention to the actual facts and consider the facts as we go along. I was just looking on the internet from some things many years ago. Who remembers the GFC, the global financial crisis? Sell everything, run for the hills, the sky's falling, the world's falling apart, etc. Now, some of that stuff did happen, unfortunately, for some big companies and some people in the United States and other places in the world. And Australia got affected too. There's no doubt that there was some economic impact in that. But what happens is some of those other economic impacts then get overflown, let's say, into the property market in Australia. Here's some comments from 2008. I've got some little comments here. We've got a chap here who's an economist, an expert, renowned in their field. 2008. This chap says the Sydney property prices will fall by 40% and unemployment will hit 20%, right? And this guy, unfortunately, for him, did a little bet on this with another economist who had the completely opposite opinion, and he ended up losing it, and he had to walk to the top of Mount Kosciuszko wearing a t-shirt. It was quite funny. But listen, an economist is supposed to be the expert. Wrong, okay? Wasn't out there in the marketplace as a property investor like you and me, feeling the pulse, seeing there's good deals in all marketplaces, no matter what the marketplace is doing. Here's another one in 2008. A media that was completely off the mark. They're just trying to sell newspapers. House prices are going to fall by 50%. Now, anybody out there, has anyone's house prices in general in any state fallen by 50%? No, that hasn't happened. Some individual properties, because of their own special circumstances, have decreased in value because they were overpriced in the first place, or whatever it might be, or they're built in the wrong location. But in general, the property prices in Australia have been reasonably strong. And I believe that they will continue to be reasonably strong into the future. This next year or so, we as property investors will create profits. We'll create value and growth in the things that we do. I mentioned this a little while ago. Buy a property at a discount, renovate it, strata it, subdivide it, maybe do a development, buy off the plan when the time's right. These things that are happening in the marketplace, interest rates, population, jobs, economy, supply and demand, infrastructure, those sorts of things we can't control. So we're going to sit at home and wait for the market to be right, or do we get out there in the marketplace, buy property, add some value, buy it properly, buy it well, and with a strategy and some support, buy property and make money. So listen, take a look at this little example right now that was done only 2 months ago by one of our clients in Canberra. Not even a hotspot that we think, just Canberra, just chipping away. They bought a property and they made $80,000 doing a renovation, put their money in and got it back out in a very short period of time. Take a look.
Hi guys, Naomi from Positive Real Estate. Every month my clients like to bring in kind of like a show and tell, and recently they've brought in some pretty funky deals, and I just wanted to show everyone what these deals are entailing, how to actually make them work. These guys have actually been in the mentoring program in the ACT for about 6 months, Greg and Jody. They've done a pretty cool deal in the ACT. The ACT has a pretty awesome market. It has a good capital growth of about 9% a year. I always call the ACT your retirement fund. If you had a couple of properties in there and you did nothing with them for 10 to 15 years, you definitely more than triple your money. It's such a strong and vibrant market. They've actually bought a nice little deal It's actually an ex-government place. I just want to go through it with you because it's really interesting what they've done. The deal was in Scullin ACT. It was on the market for 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $410,000. And remember Sam's 3 Ds: divorce, death, and debank. Usually they're the things you look for in a deal. And how this deal was actually working was someone had died. So the opportunity, as terrible as that is, there's an opportunity there to obviously make a little bit of money. The children didn't want the deal anymore, and the property had been pretty run down. It's on a really big block of land, 943 square metres, and obviously the land value is about $285,000. Purchase price, I actually purchased it for $361,000, and it cost them about $50,000 to put the deal together. So out of your play money, that's what they physically used. You can also notice there the land size is 943 square metres. That is a massive block of land. The house is at the front. Also, obviously, you can see there's an opportunity there. This is the backyard, pretty funky backyard. You can see that that's the pool there. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I want to be swimming in that pool. The backyard was just overrun. What they're actually going to do with that pool is cover it up, and I've obviously put dirt in it, and then potentially they've got a massive big spare block of land at the back. This is the kitchen, gorgeous red kitchen, brown tiles. I'm sure we'd all love something like that. This is some of the work that was done on there. There's actually a shoestring there that's actually holding that electrical together. You'll actually also notice that there was white shag pile carpet all the way through this house. And I don't know about you, but I don't really like white shag pile carpet. It wasn't only just in the bathrooms and kitchen, it was everywhere. So in the children's bedrooms, and it wasn't white anymore, it was very brown. Here, this is a renovation. They've totally gutted the place pretty much. Under that gorgeous white shag pile carpet was actually beautiful floorboards, which they've just stripped back and polished up. This is actually where the kitchen was. You'll notice on the bottom of there, they've actually removed all the kitchen, and they're moving it completely. Really interesting that Greg and Jody bring their kids to mentoring every month, and I really commend them for that because they're giving them the most amazing education. I think better education than they're learning in the Australian school system at the moment. They're teaching their children obviously the value of hard work, but the value of forcing value onto something and getting a profit out of it, and that can be done, and wealth creation can be done through property. This is the kitchen now. They've actually totally renovated it. This is the front of the property now. You'll notice in the first photo that I was showing, there were shrubs all over the front of it. You couldn't actually see the property. So now that's all just been repainted, but adds massive, massive value. These are the numbers today. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. They've totally added some more value there. Renovation costs are about $40,000. They've just had a new valuation done at $460,000. Renting now $480 per week, and the yield on that is about 6.7% on the original amount. Now, the really interesting thing, and what I love about this deal, is they got their money out within 3 months. So they made about $90,000 in relation to this deal. Now, what they did, they put money in and they got it back as quickly as possible.
So there you go, guys. You heard from one of our head coaches down there in Canberra, Naomi Beaumont, and how she helped her clients down there find a deal, negotiate it well, add some value and make some money. Right now, in the marketplace, making money, not in a hot market, not in like a booming market, just a simple market. You buy well, you add some value and you do something to it. That's what we love to do. We love to take advantage of the market when it's going up or down and make money as property investors. Hey guys, listen, if you want to know more about these sorts of strategies and how to choose the right market at the right time, get along to one of our property information nights and chat to our head coaches and our presenters on the night who are very, very good at doing this sort of stuff. We look forward to catching up with you one of those nights. Until then, take care and be safe in the market.